Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is my first YouTube video and I'm so excited. I did this nice neon blue spotlight eye. This is actually my first time trying a spotlight eye and I think it turned out pretty well for my first time. I actually prefer this look over half cut creases. I think I'm going to be doing this more often. So you guys, if you like this video, make sure you like, comment, or subscribe to my channel to stay up to date on new videos. I'm going to be doing product reviews and more tutorials, even hair reviews. So let me know what you guys think or what else you would like to see. Bye. Hey guys, so I did my brows off camera. I used my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in the color Chocolate. And right now I'm cleaning them up with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the color Deep. And I'm just patting that in all over my lid as a good base. I do not set my bases before my shadow. Okay, so guys, next I'm going in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Light Ivory. I use that as a lighter base when I'm working with brighter colors so that the colors will be more pigmented. And I'm just using the same technique I was using, patting the concealer in. That way I get an even, consistent base all over the lid. And I just make sure it's no creases because I have hooded lids and I don't want the concealer to bunch up in my creases. So I'm just patting that in. Okay guys, so next I'm going straight in with my eyeshadow from the 35 Bead Morphe palette. This is a light blue shade in that palette and I pack it in first and then I start to blend it out using circular motions. This helps because I don't set my base with translucent powder, so I have to pack it in and that actually sets my concealer. So you see as I blend it out it gets lighter, so I'm going to go in with more of that color and keep packing until I get the desired pigmentation. Okay, and now that I'm packing it in, I actually went too far in the inner corner with that blue shadow, but that's the easy fix that I'm going to show you how I fix in a moment. Next, I'm taking a fluffy blending brush and blending out the harsh edges of that blue eyeshadow. And then next, I'm going to take a lighter blue shallot, but it kind of looks green in the palette, and put it over top of that blue to blend it out and give a gradient effect, which you'll see in a moment. Okay, here's that blue eyeshadow that I said I was going to be blending out, or adding to blend out, and I'm using that same fluffy brush to blend that out as well. Make sure it's no harsh lines and it transitions beautifully from the darker blue to the lighter blue. And since I didn't use any transition shades that are like closer to my skin tone to help me blend better, I just keep blending in circular motions with my blending brush. Okay, so remember when I said that I took the blue too far in my inner corner? Now I'm just touching it up with some concealer and creating the shape that I initially wanted from the start. And I just use my finger to blend that in, and now I'm using the brush to remove any harsh lines I created with that concealer. And just because you can never be too blended, I started blending out my shadow more with that smaller blending brush. And next, I'm going to be going back into the 35 Bead palette, getting a navy blue, and really going into my crease with that color, packing it on again. That's a new technique I started to do. Pack it first and then blend it out. That really helps with pigmentation and building up the color that you really want. So I'm using that smaller brush to pack it on. Then I'm going to take my Morphe brush to blend it out. I'm not sure which Morphe brush this is at the moment, but I'll be sure to put it in the description bar along with any other brushes and products that I use. So yeah, I'm just blending that out in circular motions, making sure not to take it too far above the blue. Okay, and then I noticed that I kind of did take it too far up than I wanted to, so I went back in with the blending brush that I used to blend out that lighter blue, and then I started blending out that some more. That way it could add some more of that light blue back that I took out with the dark blue. So now I'm just going back in with the small brush and applying more of that dark blue to deepen it up, and I'm blending it out in circular motions. And now all I'm doing is just blending, blending, blending. Blending is going to be your best friend with this or any other type of eyeshadow look. You can really make any type of color work, or any color scheme work. All you have to do is blend vigorously. Okay, so now that we're done blending, we're going to go in with the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Light Ivory and start to carve out that spotlight eye. I start to apply the concealer and then I look up since I had hooded eyes, and wherever the concealer touches where I just looked up at, that's where I usually go. But since my spotlight eye, I had to take it a little bit more above my hood, so I actually just carve out where I think, well, where I would like it to go. And that's what I'm doing now, just looking to see how high I want it to go. So as I was applying the concealer, it started to blend in with the blue, so I just went on with a little more and applied it just to have a clean base for when I go in with the next color. And with my spotlight eye, the hardest part for me was figuring out how to center the spotlight in the middle of my hooded eye. That's what I had to learn, and it's basically like a cut crease, but you're starting in the middle of your eye. So now I'm just still carving out my desired shape, trying to see how far I want it to go, how wide I want it to be, and just seeing what works for my eye shape. You can make yours higher, lower, it all depends on your eye shape and your personal preference. Okay, so once I get my desired shape, I take a dense brush and I just start to blend that concealer in to make an even base. So when I go in with this color, it doesn't seem patchy. So now I'm taking that navy blue and I'm starting to work my way in like a tornado. And now I'm going in with the lighter blue over top of the navy blue so it'll blend flawlessly. Don't be afraid to let your colors overlap. That's actually how you blend better, in my opinion. And I actually took that light blue a little too far in the center of my spotlight, so I'm actually going to touch that up with some concealer. You'll see in a little bit, but right now I'm just taking a smaller blending brush and blending out the dark blue and the light blue. Circular motions always, no windshield wipers. And I'm also taking that up into the top part of the spotlight eye, and I'm just adding a little bit more of the dark blue since I lost some of that color with blending. Okay, so now I'm going in with that bright neon green from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism Palette, and I'm just applying that wherever I still have concealer left, and I'm making sure I do an even, sharp line at the top of my spotlight. So I'm really packing that on there just to get the pigmentation that I desire. Okay, so now I'm going in with that lighter blue from my Morphe 35B palette, and I'm just filling in any spaces where I still have any concealer right there once I already got the shape that I wanted from the green. So that really determines how you make your shape. That transition shape right there, you can make it smaller or wider depending on your personal preference. Keep in mind that the spotlight is kind of like a tornado. It's big at the top and small at the bottom. So now I'm going in with the dark blue from that same palette and just blending that up. Make sure everything blends flawlessly. Okay, next I grabbed my NYX Glitter Glitter Primer and just some regular white iridescent glitter that I got from Amazon, and I'm just applying that onto the neon color. It just gave it that little extra oomph because without it, it was just like plain and all matte, and I wanted my spotlight to actually look like it was shining. And then next I went in and lined the top of my spotlight with the white NYX Jumbo Pencil. Okay, so guys, now I'm going in with my YSL primer. I did my other eye off camera just to save time. Now I'm just blending that all in. Then I'm going to go in with my black Opal loose oil blocking primer. I keep saying primer. setting powder, and I'm just patting that in. This is a good tip for people with oily skin. I have combo skin, but I have places in my face where I get really oily, and this is a good tip to make your makeup last all day. So I just set that in, then I'm going in with my foundation. This isn't my normal foundation, but I wanted to try out something. This is the Loreal Infallible in the shade 212 Cocoa, I believe, and that is a shade darker than me, but I actually have to mix drugstore foundations most of the time, which is not a problem, but I would rather have my exact shade. So next I'm going to go in with, so the next shade I'm going to use is my N8 in the L'Oreal Truematch, the super blendable foundation, and I just apply that in any open spaces on my face. I don't really go under my eyes because I'm going to apply concealer right there, and applying all that product just makes it look extra cakey. So I just go in on my face, spray my brush with my Fix Plus, and then I just pat. That's a good trick to getting an even coverage all over your face and not swiping away product. I like this dense Morphe brush. I'll leave the number in my description box because I don't have it right now on me. So I just pat that in all over, making sure it's blended, and getting into my hairline so it doesn't look like a mask. And then I also do under my jawline as well. I don't take it down to my neck because my foundation usually matches, so I don't have to go that far down, but I do take it towards my ear. So now I'm going in with my black Opal concealer in the shade Truly Topaz. I actually like a lot of black Opal products, so I apply that in like the upside down triangles under my eyes, and I apply it around my mouth. Sorry guys, I kind of had a brain fart, so I also put it on my chin, and I do the same thing, triangle on the other eye. I also do my forehead, and when I say that I don't use concealer to outline the top of my brow, I don't, but when I highlight my forehead, I make sure it comes down into my brow, make sure it meets my brow, if that makes sense. You'll see what I'm saying right here as I do it. I make sure the concealer meets my brow, and that kind of helps clean it up, but I don't take it all the way to the tail of my brow because I don't want to have halo brows. I'm going to apply that same concealer around my mouth because I have really bad smile lines. Then I just take my Real Technique sponge and I just blend out anywhere that I put that concealer. I don't blend out one eye fully before I do the other one. I kind of try to do them at the same time. That way I'll have an even coverage on both sides. I won't be taking most of the product from one side and applying it to another side. So I just blend that out up my forehead, up my nose, into my forehead, around my mouth. And I try not to take it too far back into my hairline because once again I don't want to keep applying product over product because I'm also going to cream contour. So I kind of just leave it like that, and I try to rotate my sponge so I can blend it out with the cleaner side, because if I blend it out with the side that I was already blending on, then I'm just going to be moving around the product. So then I go in with my Maybelline Age Rewind concealer in the shade Tan. This just gives me more coverage because you know I have under eye bags and I don't like for them to show. So then I'm going to go in with my cream contour stick in the shade Suede Mocha. This is actually a foundation stick, I'm sorry, but I use it as a contour stick. It's the best contour stick that I've found. Cream products, not powder, the best cream product that I've found to contour, and I just place that all around the areas where I contour and carve out my face where I want to add shade to. I also do my jawline. That helps with blending it into my neck. That's another reason why I don't have to blend my foundation down. So then I'm just taking the e.l.f. I believe that's the ultimate blending brush, and I just pat that in as well as move into circular motions in order to blend out that contour. This is my first time actually blending out my contour while my highlight was still sitting on my face unblended. I just wanted to try out some new techniques, and I actually liked the way it turned out. It was really flawless. Okay, once I've blended out that contour to my desire, I take my Real Technique sponge and I blend out that second layer of highlight that I added, and I make sure that the concealer meets that contour shade. I don't want any patches, and it's okay if they don't blend together at first. You just want to blend out that concealer, and then you'll merge them in a second. Okay, next I'm going to take that brush that I used to contour and further blend that contour into the highlight that I just blended out. Blending is your best friend when you're doing your face or any part of your makeup. You don't want to show where one product starts and the other one stops. You just want to blend it and have it look like a flawless base, even though you just added so many different shades on your face. Okay, now I just picked up my foundation brush. I didn't apply any more product to it or to my face. I'm just blending out the contour and highlight just to make sure they both meet seamlessly and it's no lines of demarcation, and it just looks like a flawless finish. Okay, next I'm taking a blending brush and I'm just blending out my nose contour that I applied. When blending out your nose contour, I actually blend it towards my under eye highlight because I don't want it to look like two dark stripes going down my nose, and I always blend it up into my eyebrows or into my shadow, and that also helps define and gets rid of the line of demarcation. As you can see, just blending it down. No one contours their nose the same. Never try to contour your nose based off of what you see on Instagram or any tutorials. Contour your nose based off of your nose. Okay, so next I just went in with my Sacha Buttercup mixed with my black Opal loose powder in the shade medium, and I'm just pressing that into my concealer. I put it around my mouth where my smile lines are, my chin, my nose, my forehead. Then I'm taking a fluffy brush and just brushing that off. I don't really like to bake because I've found that if you don't have oily skin, that's really how you get flashback and a lot of cakiness. My skin is combo, so I don't really have to bake. I just set everything really well. And then I also take that same powder, and sometimes, I don't always do this, I will carve out under my contour with the black Opal medium powder. Sacha Buttercup is too light, and I found that will leave a cast under my contour, so I just swipe that under, and I definitely don't bake with that. I might just blend it out as soon as I put it on, or I might let it sit for a second, but I never bake, and then I just brush it off. Okay, so now I'm doing my favorite part, using my favorite product ever. This is the Black Radiance Contour Palette in the shade medium to dark, I believe, or medium to deep, I don't know. But I used the contour shade to set where I applied that cream contour, and this is the best contour shade I've ever found. It blends so well, and it's just so beautiful. Like, I really love this. I love this shade. So I take an angled brush and I blend that all around my forehead, on my under my cheekbones and my jawline, and I just blend that into my concealer powder as well. Not really blending it all the way, but I also like to make sure they meet, so that's not a line of demarcation as well. Next I'm going in with my Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Powder. I'm not sure if that's the name, in the shade Warm Beige, and I'm just applying that over top of the loose powder that I applied. I never really used to do this. I just used to use a pressed powder, my shade, to blend it, but this really helps. Like, this really helps give that flawless look. It's not cakey or powdery. Now I'm just going in back with that contour brush. I don't believe I added any more product, but I'm just blending that all in. And next I'm taking a Real Techniques brush and I'm just merging each of those powder products together just to make it flawless. And I usually do this with my pressed powder of my foundation shade, the Sephora Micro Smooth powder, but I didn't use that this time. So now I'm bronzing. This is my first time using this bronzing product. This is the Covergirl Queen Collection in the shade Ebony Bronze, which is discontinued. I don't know why I actually like this, so I don't know why they discontinued discontinued it, but you can find it on Amazon like I did. So I'm just applying that around the places where I contoured. I mean, I'm not really sure the difference that it makes, but it's a nice product. You can use that instead of contour if you want. So I'm just bringing that in. That is also a Real Techniques brush. And that's all I'm doing with that. Next, I'm going to take this smudge brush and a light blue from that Morphe palette. And I'm just going in under my waterline. And then I'm going to go in with that darker blue and go over top of it with the same brush. I didn't wipe it off or anything. And then a smaller blending brush and blend out the shadow that I applied. I don't really want a harsh line. So I'm taking that NYX Jumbo pencil in the shade Milk. Jumbo Milk pencil. I don't know what shade it is. It's white. So I'm just applying that as my eyeliner. I never really like white eyeliner under my eyes because I feel like it makes them look bigger or weird. But they really look well with this, it really looked well with this look. And then next I went in with my anGLOWla highlighter from the Crayon Case. This is my first time using that as well. And I put that in my inner corner. And I just used some Fix Plus to spray my face to set all of that powder that I put on. So when I went in with blush, it wouldn't look patchy. So now I'm using my blush from Black Radiance, I believe. I don't know the shade right now, but I'll leave that in the description bar as well. Blush really helps merge the highlight and contour on your cheeks. It's like a center color for them both. So now I'm going in with my highlighter. This is also the anGLOWla highlighter from the Crayon Case. It's really pigmented, so I went in light at first so I wouldn't mess up. That's the thing that I found with loose powders. It's really easy to get heavy-handed and get carried away, and then, I mean, you're just stuck like that. There's no way to really get it off. So that's what I do. I start out light and then I blend it in with that brush that I was using to merge my powders together. And then I just layer it based on my needs or what I feel like I want. So that's what I'm doing now. This is a MAC brush and I sprayed it with Fix Plus to give it a more, to make it stick more and make it show up more. And now I'm applying it again. And like I said, just layer it and get the level of glow you desire. Don't just go straight in with a bunch of highlight. I also forgot to mention I applied my lashes off camera. Excuse my lashes, but these are really nice lashes. My son tried to eat them, and when I washed them and had them sitting out, he actually bent them up again. So they never went back to their right shape. But I still put them on anyway because they were my favorite lashes, and this look requires a lash. I didn't put any wing liner on. I don't really think this look goes with the wing liner, so I didn't really put that on. Next I'm just lining my lips with Chestnut lip liner, and then it's a NYX pencil. I'm not sure the shade, but I'll also leave that down. So I'm finishing up this look with the new lip, and then I'm just blending that together, and then voila, we're done. We have a neon spotlight eye. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and you guys learned something. If you guys like the video, please click the thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe to stay up to date. You'll get informed about any new uploads. And please, if you have any suggestions, comments, please drop them down below and I'll be sure to get back to you. Thanks for watching again, guys. See you next time.